Hey, this your boy Atlcane. What's up to the Kane Nation out there? I just want to make this video talking about the hot topic on most of the message boards out there, and that's pretty much Randy Shannon and his future going forward with the Miami Hurricanes. Fan base is pretty split right now. You got guys who want him to stay. You got guys that want him gone. I happen to be one of the guys that think he should be, relieved of his duties after this season. But, one thing I wanted to touch on was, I keep seeing a lot of stuff posted, people calling other people's haters because they're not supporting Randy, or saying that they have agendas because he's black. But I beg to differ on that. I really do. I think really, if anything, that a lot of the people who are supporting Randy, the ones that have the agenda, the Michael Irvin, the Lamar Thomases, the I.O.U.s, a.k.a. Coach Greg, you know who you are. Guys like you. I think guys that, who are rooting for Randy because he's black, those are the ones with the agenda. Most of the time when I see people who say why Randy should go, they bring out pretty good facts. Facts of his overall coaching record, facts of every Saturday that you see Miami underperforming, and you can spin it any way you want to spin it. 4 years now, and it's the same stuff. And honestly, it seems like Miami's going backwards, not forwards. We should be in the driver's seat for the ACC right now, but pretty much we're, banking and cheering on North Carolina next week to beat Virginia Tech. And, it could happen, but if it doesn't, it's back to being third, fourth in the ACC, Coastal, for another year. And then fans will say, well, next year will come, and then it'll probably be more of the same shit. We're pretty much like the Dallas Cowboys, everybody wanted to keep Wade Phillips in Dallas, and it just took a 1-7 season just to get rid of him. And hopefully it won't come to that for Miami. Hopefully we won't have to see one of those type of seasons here in Miami, because before it gets any better, it's going to get worse. People have to understand that next year is going to be it's not going to be that much better. We're losing a lot of key guys on defense and on offense at that, key contributors. And we might lose our best corner as well. It all depends. I guess how he grades out for the NFL, but it's going to hurt next year. The recruiting class is pretty small, and next year their excuse would be that the team is young again. But once again, whose fault is that? The head guy in charge. Depth chart should not be an issue. None of that stuff should be an issue now. But now it is, and it's a sad thing, we were supposed to be turning over a new leaf from the Larry Coker era, and it's actually been 8 years of the same stuff, just no off-the-field incidents. So, honestly, I'm asking Kane fans, to try to come to mind that, yeah, we need to let the season play out, see how anything can happen. North Carolina can beat Virginia Tech, and we can run the table the rest of the way. But, we just don't know which Kane's team is going to show up. So, that being said, I think that the one calling another person a slurper or one calling another person a hater, that stuff needs to be cut out, I think everybody wants to see this team progress. Some people would rather see it with Randy Shannon, and some people would rather see it going in a different direction. But let's just be honest here. The guys who have been successful here, the coaches who have been successful here, had no prior ties to Miami, weren't from Miami, weren't having any, didn't play for Miami or none of that. They just, maybe that's what we need to go in the direction of, a guy who's not necessarily a Miami guy. Because I don't think just because he's a Miami guy, he's the right fit. I understand you could talk about how Jimmy Johnson started off when he got to Miami, or how Butch started off, or whoever. You could talk about how their season started off when they first got to Miami in their first 4 years. But I think you saw a little bit of progress for us year 4 with those coaches. I don't know about Butch, but he was in the probation years. He might have had a little bit of a rough time than say Jimmy Johnson did. But I think that I know Randy believes orange and green, and I understand he's giving his all on the field and well off the field with this program. But I really think that it's our best interest to cut our losses now, so we don't wind up like Dallas and 1-7, and then really regretting that we didn't do it a long time ago. It's hard to do it because the guy is a Cane, and a lot of people out there don't want to admit it, but we need to do it. And I will be at the Georgia Tech game this weekend, and I will be rooting for my Canes. However it goes, win or lose, there are some changes that need to be made, and I know that Donna Shalata loves Shannon, and that's her guy. But this program is bigger than one person, and that's really as it get right there. A lot of people want to say that Randy's the guy, and he's not. I'm sorry. He's trying to move forward. Go Canes. See you at the game Saturday.